Imagine if you could secretly turn off a switch and immediately shut down any narcissist's control over you. They've been playing with your emotions, but today you reclaim your power. If there's a manipulator in your life right now, there are 3 key things you need to understand. Manipulators rely on one or more of these 3 methods to get what they want: fear, obligation, guilt. Now, whenever a manipulator tries to influence you, you'll be able to categorize their behavior and respond accordingly. But there's something else you need to recognize. What exactly is the manipulator after? They're always trying to gain one or more of 4 things: control, approval, validation, attention. Now that you understand how manipulators operate, let's talk about how to handle them. How to take back control. 1. Mirror their intentions, not their actions. Instead of reacting emotionally to their manipulation, reflect their true intent. If they're being passive-aggressive, recognize the insecurity behind it and respond to their need for validation without rewarding their manipulative tactics. Here's a practical example. A coworker tells you, "If you don't finish this project for me, I'll have to stay late and ruin my weekend, but I guess you're too busy to care." This statement is designed to make you feel responsible for their workload. Instead of falling for it, you can mirror their intent and say, "I see that you're feeling stressed. What do you think we can do together to manage the workload better so that you don't have to stay late?" This response acknowledges their feelings but doesn't take responsibility for their work or accept any guilt. The psychological dynamics at play. Shifting the focus by mirroring intentions, you redirect the conversation from emotional manipulation to problem solving. Maintaining autonomy. This technique helps you stay in control of your own decisions while still engaging with the other person. Preventing escalation. Manipulators often intensify their tactics when they don't get the reaction they want. By responding calmly, you take away their ability to escalate. Practical strategies for dealing with manipulators. Pause before responding. When a manipulator pressures you, take a moment of silence before answering. This breaks their control over the pace of the conversation and gives you time to assess their true motives. Label their behavior calmly. If someone tries to guilt trip you, say something like, "It feels like you're trying to make me feel guilty. Am I understanding that correctly?" This brings their tactics into the open without being confrontational. Set boundaries with optimism. Instead of saying, "Stop manipulating me," try saying, "I really value conversations where we both feel respected, and I believe we can achieve that here." Ask direct questions. Force transparency by asking, "What exactly are you hoping to achieve?" This compels them to reveal their real intentions. Reframe their words. When they make a manipulative statement, rephrase it as a neutral request. For example, "It sounds like you're asking me to rearrange my schedule for you. Is that what you mean?" This highlights their indirect tactics without escalating the situation. Use silence strategically. Manipulators rely on quick, emotionally charged exchanges. By staying silent for a moment, you throw them off balance and force them to reconsider their approach. Calling out extreme language. Manipulators often exaggerate to make you feel guilty, using words like never and always. If someone says, "You never help me with anything," don't argue or defend yourself. Instead, respond with something like, "It sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed. Can you help me understand what's really bothering you?" This acknowledges their frustration while subtly encouraging them to drop the exaggeration. Final thoughts. By applying these techniques, you'll make it harder for manipulators to control you. Instead of reacting emotionally, you'll take a step back, assess their real motives, and respond on your terms. Stay calm, set boundaries, and always remember, once you see through their tactics, they lose their power over you.